My name's Ben and I like to build stuff, so today we're going to be upgrading some laundry room shelves for just under 250 bucks. I built these floating shelves when we first moved into the house, and they have just kind of become an ugly catch-all for everything. So we're going to see if we can't clean them up with some different shelves and a couple of cabinets. I started the top shelf by cutting down a 2x8 that I'll laminate in just a little bit here. After cutting it down to length and running the two pieces through my planer, I took it to the table saw and cut out the rounded corners and brought it down to my final width. I'm going to use pocket holes to assist with the lamination, using them both as mechanical fasteners and to apply some clamping force. I don't have a joiner or a level long enough to joint these on the table saw, so I'm just going to accept the gap in the center of the piece, since you won't be able to see it anyway. I'm going to try to go ahead and use this bottom shelf to help me hang the cabinets. I did think that I was going to be able just to set them on there, but it looks like I'm going to have to raise them up a little bit just to miss this here. Alright, so I've got my cabinet blocked up to where I want it. It's a little bit off, but we're just going to shim it up on one end, use a level to get it straight. Might not be able to see this, but I've marked where my studs are on the interior of the cabinet. So now that we've got all that done, I'm just going to pop some pilot holes in it and see if we can get this first one mounted. Alright, both cabinets are hung, so now time to get this bottom shelf out of here. Here I have the top shelf sanded and stained, and I'm going to attach it to the top of the cabinets using the countersink bit and 2-inch construction screws that I used to hang the cabinets in the first place. Once I had the top shelf installed, I took my old shelves over to my table saw and started ripping them down. This is just to get them to the final width of my center shelves, and later on I'll run them through my planer and get them nice and clean. Here I am planing down my shelves. Now, I didn't own a planer when I first built these, so this is serving two purposes. I'm removing the stain that's already on there, but I'm also flattening out the boards for the new shelves. Once I had everything planed to the final width, I took it over to my crosscut sled and cut each shelf to fit perfectly in their final positions. Earlier in the day, I took a piece of 1x2 and cut these supports, sanded and stained them, and here I am hanging them up. I did have a lot more footage of me doing this type of stuff, but just from the camera angle, a lot of it is completely unwatchable, so I did my best just to cut out the best clips. Here I am dry fitting the last shelf after all the supports are up. After this, I'm going to take them over to my workbench, sand them, apply some pre-stain conditioner, and put 2 coats of stain on each one just to match the top shelf and the supports. If you've made it to the end of this video, I just want to thank you for watching. I'm going to be making more of these videos, so if you have any ideas on how to make them more entertaining, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Last but not least, here's a before and after of the old floating shelves and the new laundry room cabinets.